stayed at the scenic motel on August 20th, the day of the murders.
I want to
YouTube
my
shootings in Liberty Park.
video request party.
Though Hagman used different names at each motel, the FBI labs confirmed the handwriting was the same. One of the cards yielded a fingerprint. But a check in the National Fingerprint Database turned up nothing. At the Sandman Motel, they got another break. Detectives discovered that his registration card listed a Camaro with its license plate number. But a second license number was written in the margin by the motel's owner.
He must have been in his late 70s, early 80s. He went out every night around 3 o'clock in the morning and would take all of these motel registration slips and walk by all the cars and check their license plate numbers against what were put on the cards, because he was so sure that his guests were going to steal a pillow or a pillowcase.
When the owner checked the plates on Hagman's Camaro against his registration, the numbers didn't match. So he recorded the correct Kentucky plates in the margin of the card. A DMV search revealed the license plate and the Camaro were registered to a member of a prominent Louisville, Kentucky family. The Salt Lake City detectives shared their discovery with detectives in Cincinnati.
They immediately responded to Louisville and made contact with the police agency there and tracked down the actual registered owner of this car. He had in fact sold the car to another person some months before.
The Louisville man showed detectives the sales receipt. Police took down the name of the purchaser, the car's mileage, and its brand of tires. But their troubles weren't over. The purchaser had used a false name. The seller worked with a police sketch artist to render a composite of the buyer, a slender white man with a Kentucky accent. Back in Salt Lake City, Mickey and her roommate were also providing detectives with a composite sketch of the man who called himself Hagman.
At the same time, I met with Mickey, the part-time cook, and her roommate was actually an artist, a student who was studying art, and she did a freehand drawing to begin with. And then we asked her if she could work with our composite, and she did. And she put together a composite of this man.
When the composite drawing from Louisville arrived in Utah, detectives compared the two renderings. They were remarkably similar. Investigators now had the face of the suspected serial killer. But lead detective Don Bell still had no name and no hard evidence connecting him with the murders.
We didn't have anything to charge him with. However, we did find a motel that he stayed here in Salt Lake for 2 nights. Since he left without paying, we immediately applied for a warrant, which was granted, and we charged him with defrauding an innkeeper, or failure to pay. We issued that warrant under every single name that had been found on every single motel registration card.
The FBI entered the warrant, the license plate, and all of his aliases into the NCIC, the National Crime Information Center, a computer database that links over 57,000 law agencies nationwide.
Let the back-breaking
I'm over to YouTube videos on there.
Back. But this year, you can have the
Video
advantage
request party,
with the
Salt Lake
amazing
City,
Cyclone
we're
Ray.
live.
The Cyclone Ray is the